And welcome to the Confound Millennial, starring Steven Stirvin Michaels and featuring Matt, formerly known as MNERVA.
I just feel so stuck. I'm trying to not give up, but I keep getting trusted. I'm so scared that I'm not good enough. I feel so stuck. I need some stronger love to get out of the slump, but I'm so scared that I'm not good enough. I feel so stuck.
What is up, my man?
Hey, how you doing, Stirvin?
Doing good. That is a jam, my friend.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, definitely. That's by far the best vocal I've ever recorded in my life so far, and I'm very, very proud of that one.
Yeah, one of those like I was listening to your stuff, and then I got to that, and I was like, "Ooh, he sings too."
Yeah, definitely. I'm finally starting to roll out like the next wave of projects, and yeah, I'm hoping to be doing a lot more singing. Like I started out as like a alternative hip hop kind of guy, and I'm a drummer, so rapping very much came easily because rhythm and all. But yeah, it's been cool, like exploring a lot more, and yeah, I'm definitely the next wave of stuff. There will be a lot more singing on.
Nice. That was Stuck, and that was your last single that you put out, correct?
Yeah, I put that out back in April, and it's been having a good life on it so far. Definitely a lot of doors been opening because of it, which has been really cool.
But more importantly, what just dropped is because of as of the time that we are releasing this, Midlife Crisis is out.
It feels literally so good. We are with us recording this. I got a few more days left. I've been waiting for this song to come out for like a year. Man, I'm so excited.
Really?
Yeah, no. This was the this was the first song that I actually worked on with my main producer now. His name's Andrew Gomez, and yeah, so this one was definitely the start to a wonderful partnership, and definitely really set the tone for like the new direction I wanted to take MNERVA in. So yeah, I've been waiting forever for people to finally hear this one, and it feels really nice.
Dude, it is a really good song. I like it.
Thank you so much, man.
And like the thing is, you have a big honor being on this show right now, because I, generally speaking, am not a fan of rap.
Oh, okay.
You're the first rapper. Like I've had people hit me up and email me and like, hey, I'm a rapper. I've got this, and I look them up and I'm just not interested. I don't know if it's that they're not great or if it's just not my cup of tea, but I got an email about you and I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like it.
Man, like seriously, that's like the highest praise I can get, man. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be in that position in that case.
But for real, man, it's I mean, I don't hate rap that much. It's just there's a lot of, it's almost like podcasting in a way. There's a lot of people out there doing it.
Well, especially because it's doesn't have pitch in its purest form, right? Anyone can definitely get into the art form, and it's really cool because it is so accessible. But at the same time, especially with SoundCloud and everything else, everyone and their mother has a song out at this point. And it's like trying to weed through all that can be exhausting after a while. So I totally understand that.
But so Midlife Crisis, are you 25?
I'm about to be in October, actually. So it's like right around the corner for me.
You lied. I'm kidding.
Exactly. Hey, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, as I always say.
I wouldn't have a job here if I did that, but
exactly. Yeah, but I started feeling the Midlife Crisis vibes around the time around time I got out of college and hit around 23 and stuff, because it's the world ending with the pandemic didn't help at all, because any momentum that everyone had immediately was just gone. And yeah, it was just I feel like the world just kind of has this expectation like you have to like have everything together by the time you hit 25. And yeah, I remember like it's like when I was like 16, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll totally like have kids, like a stable job, like, you know, I'll have made it by then. Yeah, easily. And now it's like, oh my God, I was so wrong and I had no idea. So yeah, definitely just wrote the song and kind of talk about that. And it's like, I don't know. I love music. It will always be, it's what I do. It's what I will always continue to pursue. But goddamn, it's really hard to stay on the horse sometimes because it's like, I am not okay sometimes. So this song definitely helps with that anxiety.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. You know, like last year, it dawned on me, you know, let's set aside the COVID stuff and the quarantine. I ended up for a little bit last year being homeless, and and I'm back on the up and up now, but I was like, wow, you know, I was 25. And I was like, I thought I'd have it all out. All my friends are married with kids now. And I was like living in a shed in the woods behind my parents.
Well, dude, I'm so glad that you're on the up now. That's awesome.
Dude, it's just a part of my story, man. It's everything that I've gone through has made me what I am today. And you can't hate on that, you know?
And I think we're really defined by like how we pick up the pieces, you know what I mean? So that's really cool that, you know, you were able to like, you know, get to that point, and then obviously you're here doing this.
Right. And even while I never stopped podcasting.
Yeah.
I would find a way. If I didn't have a friend that would let me stay with them, I'd at least have a friend that would let me set up the computer.
Yeah. And you really start to see like, you know, who's actually there for you, like, you know, when everything like, you know, shit hits the fan and all. So, I mean, 2020 was a very eye-opening year for everybody.
Oh yeah. I don't know anyone like, and it made so many people so much better. Like everybody that I've talked to on this show recently are people that worked their ass off during quarantine.
I mean, it's so cool because like from the artist perspective, you're always like, oh my God, if I had more time, like, you know, I'd do this, I'd do this, I'd do this. And then, oh my God, we finally had that time. Like in addition to working on MNERVA, I also I have a 1 foot in the theater world as well. And I literally like wrote a whole musical like over quarantine because like, you know, I was able to.
I was going to ask that. I think, what was it? Was it GEEK that you talk about writing a musical?
Yes, I do. That was that's a very meta line. Basically, I wrote GEEK. Oh God, that would have been like 2019. GEEK was my first single that I put out. I put out like February of 2020. Had no idea the world was about to end. Like, you know, great timing. But yeah, earlier that year, I had gone viral off writing a 21 Pilots jukebox musical at the time. And very long story short, I heard their album Blurry Face and was like, this would be so cool if someone like turned this, like, you know, wrote a story around these songs. Cause like I just found them so inspiring. I was like, someone should do that. I'm going to do that. I had no experience doing any of that before, but yeah, I followed that trail to the end. It took me like 4 years to like finally get it right. But yeah, so in GEEK, I'm referencing the fact that I wrote a musical and then got a cease and desist letter for it.
Awesome.
Because you gotta celebrate your failures and your successes.
Yeah. But I thought that was cool when you said that, because it was like, hey, I feel that, because I had a buddy of mine, we spent like 3 years writing a musical, and then we finally stopped over a disagreement and how the ending should be.
Oh, okay.
He'll still call me up like to this day, like, look, man, we gotta kill him. I'm like, no, we're not killing him.
You know, at least like it's strong choices. Like if you're gonna do something, you gotta like, you know, go 100% this way, 100% that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I honestly, what was it about? I'm so curious now.
It was let's see here. How how do I best describe it? We were watching Sweeney Todd one night.
Ooh, classic.
And we decided, let's write a musical. And he started, like a week later, he was playing around on the piano in front of me. And I was just thinking in my head about some lyrics. And I came up to him and I came up with this whole story based around one song. And then we fleshed it out into, we got a bunch of songs written that we've never recorded, but we've got, he's got all the musical notations and stuff, and I've got all the lyrics. Together we can write a musical. Separate, it is nothing. But it was about a guy in like the 1800s with multiple personality disorder.
Ooh, okay.
And he was writing a play, and the multiple, or the other personality, is, you know, kind of willing to do anything to get the play off the ground, and then the other one, or the regular personality, just wants to find love.
Okay.
It was just something we came up with in high school. It's hard to I mean, and we kept going for a few years until like 2 years ago, but it's really lame sounding when you describe it. But if you listen, if like we had a couple of the songs recorded, it's so badass. It starts out like a nice little, you think it's going to be like a joyful thing, and then right before intermission, it turns into just a gore fest.
Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of like Hamilton. It's like if someone pitched me that, I'd be like, "That's like the worst idea ever. What are you talking about?" And then obviously it turned into what it is. So it's all about the execution, man.
Right. But so your musical was literally a 21 Pilots that you got a cease and desist from.
Yes, that was the old project. But then quarantine happened, and I actually was able to write a completely new one, which was really cool. With the 21 Pilot show, that one was very much it was kind of a dive into mental health, and it had this character named Blurryface, based around the 21 Pilots mythology, and basically that was like the personification of like your fears and your doubts, basically. And so yeah, that show was kind of delve into that. And this one, it's called What's Written, and it's going to be a rock and hip hop musical. And it's basically it's about the songwriter named Dylan. He's 23 years old, kind of going through his own quarter life crisis, and it's about dealing with survivor's guilt and grief, and how to learn how to move on from tragedy. And kind of basically it's how through this character's starting a new relationship, and through doing mock therapy with like a friend of his, because he can't actually pay for one. It's how he learns how to love himself and move on from tragedy.
Nice.
And then yes, to the soundtrack of rock and hip hop.
Love it. I love it.
It's going around nicely. I actually just brought a script writer in, because I don't ever want to write a book again after writing that 21 Pilot show. Oh my God. And yeah, so I'm waiting for her to finish up the script, but most of the music's done. We got like 18 songs, and it's exciting. While she does that, I'm very in MNERVA land right now. And, it's really fun having those two different avenues for like, creativity, because if one's not working, the other one tends to, and it's really, I wake up every day just trying to lay a brick on the wall that is the creative career. Yeah.
And I mean, that's great to have multiple projects to work on, because sometimes you'll, especially as a songwriter, I'm sure you'll come up with a song, you're like, man, this is awesome, but it's not MNERVA. What do I do with it?
Literally all the time. It's really funny. Not this. So I'm about to put out an EP this fall, which we will get to. But not those songs, but the songs after it. A lot of them are actually outtakes from songs I've cut from my musical. So it's funny, because like they do, especially because I am a rock and hip hop artist. Like they do intersect actually, but like it's very much a Venn diagram. Like some songs, like this is so that direction, or this is so that direction. But then there's the sweet spot where I'm like, oh, this is fun. I like where this is going.
And it's weird. I've been talking to some artists recently that just release whatever the hell they want to. They're not really sticking to a genre, but it seems that you at least have a direction you're going in.
Yeah, it's been really fun developing MNERVA over the last few years, because I first thought of the name and what I wanted to sound like as an artist. Oh God, that would have been beginning of 2018 probably. So it took me like 2 years to really like, get all the recordings done and really like find the sound and the logo and everything that I really wanted. Because I was also writing a musical at the same time. I don't sleep. But yeah, essentially the when I finally launched everything, it was as an alternative hip hop artist. The idea was like, what if someone took like shoegaze, like Deftones style, like instrumental stuff, but like put it with like trap drums and hip hop, you know what I mean? And I released like 5 singles in 2020 with that sound in mind, and I absolutely loved it. But like, I'm really a rock guy at heart. Like, I didn't like fall in love with rap until college, honestly. Like, I never had even rapped until like 2015 probably. And so I really wanted to like bring back like that rock influence, and like Linkin Park will always be my favorite band, for example, and like all that style stuff. And I was like, I think that there's room for that in this new music scene, especially with like pop punk coming back, and like after COVID happened, everyone has so much angst that they need to get out, for example. And I would love to give a voice to that, because I definitely feel it every day. My God. But yeah, basically it's been cool, because like I feel like this next wave of music that I'm about to put out, it feels even more me than anything I've done before. And it's really exciting.
That is exciting. And it's exciting that you're excited about it instead of incredibly nervous about it.
Oh, it depends on the day. Like last week, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, what if this release fails? What is going to happen? This defines my entire life. And it's like, no, calm down. You're going to be okay. Put the song out, take it one step at a time. So, once it comes out, we'll see how that response goes. But just with the initial push, people seem to be liking it so far. So that's all I can really ask for.
Yeah.
And especially seeing live, like seeing how it bumps live, like, a lot of stank faces have been happening so far, and that is what we want.
Yeah, that's one thing, is you haven't been able to really perform live much, have you?
I've done one. So with launching my career in February of 2020, I was like, all right, cool, let's start booking shows. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, the world ended. There's no more live music. Okay. So yeah, I played my first official show back in May, which was a very high quality live stream with this company called Tuned In Live. They're incredible. If you're in the Nashville area, hit them up. They are amazing. But yeah, basically that was great, but it's still, I haven't done one like in front of like an audience. But it was really cool, like playing all these MNERVA songs for the first time and having people be able to react to them live, like over social media. And yeah, I know when I got to Quarter Life, people are like, dude, this slaps, like that drop, what are you doing? And I was like, yeah, it's a good one. And so that was very encouraging. I was like, cool, I made the right decision having this be the first single off this EP. The EP is called Talk Too Much, by the way. It's going to be a 6-song EP coming up hopefully this fall.
Nice. Talk Too Much. I feel that.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gotten better as I've gotten older a little bit. Like the pandemic helped, because had to be cooped inside forever. But yeah, oh God, there's a reason I rap. I have a lot of things to say.
It's the same thing with podcasting here, man.
Oh yeah.
I got a buddy that calls me every morning or most mornings, and because he knows that I don't feel awake unless I've talked to somebody. And it doesn't. My cousin that I live with, I'm sure he's just so tired of me in the mornings, because I'm just a morning person. I wake up and I'm ready to talk about my day, talk about everything that's going to go on.
Oh, dude, 7 a.m. I'm there with you, man. I see the sun and I'm like, all right, let's start.
But sadly, everybody else is, busy still doing stuff at like 9 o'clock, and I'm ready, 9 o'clock at night, I'm ready to go bed. It's past my bedtime. I'm an old man now.
Yeah, I totally feel that. My, I know with my girlfriend, if she's, if I'm up at 7, it's like the hi, how are you doing? It's not the hi, how are you? Like I normally would do. It's like, I need to tiptoe carefully on this one. I don't want to wake the goblin. Yeah, but she's the night owl though. So, we adapt, we make it work.
Yeah, I'm just some sort of permanently exhausted pigeon.
Now that's an image. I need that on a t-shirt right there.
Not the early bird, not the night owl. Just a pigeon.
I was gonna say, I literally am seeing your face photoshopped in like a pigeon right now, and this is glorious. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's great. But so quarter life crisis, what do you think your midlife crisis is going to be like if you're already going through a quarter life one?
Oh God. I always jokingly say I will not have I will not have the complete quarter life crisis until I like dye my hair red. That will probably happen at some point in my life. It's going to look horrendous, like truly the worst thing that's ever happened. But like, I'm just I'm one mental breakdown away from doing it. Like truly, that will be the official moment. So a midlife crisis, I would say, oh God, that'd probably be. I would probably live in my car for like, an extended period of time, like just trying to go travel around someplace, like travel around the US and go to like national parks or something like that. That would be what I'd envision it at this point.
You see, that was me with my quarter life crisis.
Oh, okay.
But what shade of red are we talking? If you dye your hair red on your quarter life crisis, are we talking like dark red or like a bright red?
I always joke about doing Haley Williams red, and again, everyone's like, Matt, that's gonna look so bad. I'm like, I know. That's the point, and I am on brand.
I'm just don't do it, man. Don't.
Exactly. Don't do it. That's the plan. Well, again, I just need to not have that last breakdown. As long as that doesn't happen, we're good.
It's like it reminds me, my older brother must have had his quarter life crisis last year because he's kind of a drifter. I don't see him too much, and I ran into him. And last time I saw him, he had his hair real short. He was real buff, looked almost military. And then last time I saw him, he had long maroon hair, skinny as a twig, looked like he was about to lead like some opening band for Mayday Parade or something.
Hey, dude, scene's coming back, man.
Dude, I used to be emo as crap, dude. I dyed my hair black and green, wore eyeliner.
It's funny. I never actually I always loved the music, but I never took the plunge on the look. You know what I mean? And I kind of regret that. I'm like, God damn, like the most embarrassing like types of photos I got are like me 13 with like coconut head hair. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, man, I wish I had that when I was 16.
That was me, man. I was raised by very strict, sheltering Christian parents.
Ooh, okay.
So I didn't get to start dyeing my hair until I moved out at 18. And then I started losing my hair immediately after.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So I had about a year that I could embrace it.
Well, at the same time, it's like, hey, if you start losing it, you committed. I see. And it's like, that's the way I do it.
I had a personal trainer at the time, and I was really insecure about being bald. And he was like, look, man, it's time to lose some weight. It's time to get ripped. Vin Diesel has had his time. The Rock has had his time. It is your time.
That's the most motivating thing that they could ever say. Well, I see it like this, like you lost up here, but dude, you got the beard and the mustache, like, to like compete with.
Oh yeah. Thank you. And the thing is, people are all the time trying to get me to get rid of it. And I'm like, no, I will not look like a neo-Nazi. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I don't blame you there. It's got to have something. Yeah, I typically got a beard too, but I literally just cut it off like every few weeks just because I'm like, I don't want to trim this right now.
I don't think I've ever seen a rapper with a beard.
I mean, like Drake will definitely have one for a while there. Like Joyner Lucas will have one for every once in a while. I guess you got I think Action Bronson had one for a while there, like kind of like ZZ Top style. Don't quote me on that one though. I might be thinking someone else.
But it's like, no iconic beards in rap.
No, like ZZ Top beard style. No, I definitely had a thing.
Oh my gosh. But so back to the music, man. Anything that you want to talk about?
I was gonna say, like, big thing for me is, my goal for this next rest of the summer and fall is try to have a song out every month until Talk Too Much drops. So yeah, I'm gonna have Quarter Life in July, and yeah, I got 2 more singles planned. One of them is the title track. It's about how I talk too much in a song where I talk too much. It's very meta. That's very much how I do things. But and then the third one is gonna be called "I'm Not You," and it's about parents. And yeah, definitely very much gets very vulnerable, and I'm excited to see what people think of that one too.
I want to agree with that one.
No, what is that?
I said I already feel like I'm going to agree with that one.
Yeah, and I've been very lucky. I've had the greatest parents in the world, but like, yeah, especially during COVID, I very much felt like me and my dad in particular, it was like, okay, you're trying to get me in one direction, I'm going in a different direction, and it's okay. But it's like, trying to reconcile that and see that firsthand is very difficult, especially when you've always been in the same wavelength your entire life.
Yeah, like with my dad, he's very much a man's man kind of guy, and I always wanted to get acting.
Oh, okay. And we got the voice.
So, thank you. But he always wanted me to do some sort of work with my hands, and I was always like, nah, I'm going to get up and be the best damn liar there is. That's all an actor is. It's the best damn liar in the school.
Oh yeah, you just got to convince him to the point where it's like, wait, that's not who you actually are? I thought you were your character. I mean, that's the best one. You can't separate the two.
Mm-hmm. I forgot which actor it was, but I saw a meme the other day where it was like, imagine you're just in the grocery store buying groceries and somebody else cut, and it turns out you were him all along. That's how good of an actor he is.
It's like the Truman Show kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like in my entertaining narcissism, I always wonder sometimes, like the why are we here kind of thing. It's like, well, if I'm the main character of this story that's going on in my head right now, then what is everybody else? How am I and compared to their lives, and vice versa? This is interesting and will keep me up at night until at least 3 a.m. I like this. I'm gonna write some songs about it now.
It's very much like, I think about that kind of stuff all the time, like especially when I used to deliver pizza. Okay, I used to think, like, am I an NPC or are these guys the NPCs in the video game?
It's like, do I have the pre-programmed responses? Because I think that's my job right now.
But then I realized, as a pizza delivery man, you actually are the hero of the story.
Oh, damn right. You're giving everybody joy.
You're out doing side quests for coin, doing delivery quests, venturing the lands. It's very much, you're the hero of the story.
It sounds like the best Skyrim mod, man.
Just a whole domino Skyrim mod.
Yeah, that developers, get on that, man. We struck gold here.
You ever seen the one where it's just all the dragons are Macho Man Randy Savage?
Of course. That's a classic.
So, speaking about nerdy stuff, what do you think is the most nerdy / geeky thing about you?
Oh God, geeky thing about me. I mean, I'm definitely a massive anime guy. I would have said comic books if it was like 10 years ago, but now that's cool. Like, literally, I've been on that since day one, and then the MCU happened, and I was like, oh my God, I can have a conversation now with normal people. This is so cool. Because everyone's into it, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm a massive anime guy. Definitely I recently just got into One Piece. I don't know if you know what that is, but just it's like the longest story of all time. It's like been running since like 97. It's got over like 1,000 episodes and like 1,000 chapters. And I'm like, I've just scratched the surface. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. I can't get into this, but this is so well done and this is so good. But yeah,
I watched the first couple of seasons as a kid,
Yep.
and on I think Toonami.
Yeah. So fun fact about that would be the 4Kids dub. Essentially that you remember 4Kids, like they did like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and all those things. So they also licensed One Piece, but they didn't really know what they had. So essentially it's like One Piece is a lot darker than what 4Kids is able to do. So they just changed like a million things and made it like tried to make it kid friendly, but it just really didn't work. So it got canceled after a while. But like, yeah, no, if you look at the source material, it's like, oh my God, it's some of the most like emotional storytelling I've ever seen in my life. It's also like the man will foreshadow things like 300 chapters in advance. So like in real time, that means like he's foreshadowing something like 6 years before he actually writes it, for example.
Wow. It's
and it's just
the other day. I lived with my cousin, and the other day his kid, 3-year-old, was trying to say he wanted to watch something on TV, and we weren't sure what he was saying, but it sounded like he said One Piece.
Oh, okay.
Was like, not this young, buddy, not this young. And I was like, well, if he starts now, he might be caught up by the time he's 18.
I was gonna say, I hear the story's got like 5 years left, which I'll believe it when I see it, of course. But I'm over here like, God, this thing. I'm born in '96. I'm like, this thing's like almost as old as me. That's wild. It still just exists. And the way manga's serialized, like you got to make a new chapter like every week, and maybe every 2 if he's lucky. You know what I mean? So it's like, imagine doing that for over 20 years.
And still crazy thinking that Dragon Ball is older than us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that'd be 84 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 83 or 84.
Yeah, and then that went till I know like early 90s if I remember correct. Because Z happened. I know Z ended when it was like 96 if I remember correctly. And then Toonami obviously made it huge. And dude, like between that and like Naruto and like all this other stuff, like that was absolutely my childhood, man. But unlike everyone else, I stayed into it because it's awesome.
Yeah, and it's making a return though. Like everything that we were mocked for liking when we were kids is now coming back.
Yeah.
We finally got a heads up on everybody else.
And it's really cool too, because like if people want to get to know about it, I don't want to gatekeep. I'm like, yes, please. Like, I've been wanting to tell people about this forever. This is great. But as far as other geek things though, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I know like that's mainstream nerd, but like I've gotten to the point where it's like I think I've consumed every piece of Star Wars like TV that there is actually. Like I just got to finish the Bad Batch up, but like after that'll be about it. And it's like, I don't know, just watching what they've done like with Dave Filoni now about to be at the helm. I think that we're about to go into a new golden age renaissance of Star Wars. Like seeing like what the Mandalorian did too. It's like, it's exciting. And I don't know, like I remember like loving like Knights of the Old Republic when I was like a little kid, and like that being my intro into the franchise. And it's amazing, like, how much useless knowledge you can retain when you really care about things.
Yeah, it's like nobody in the world gives a single fuck, but I know so much Kingdom Hearts knowledge.
Yes. I never actually played them, but I hear they are incredible. Like my roommate's obsessed with them.
Yeah, it's either Kingdom Hearts is the kind of game you've either played one, played none, or you are obsessed to the point of me and have tattoos of it.
Yes. At my day job.
Me right there.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, at my day job actually, I had 2 customers. They were a couple, and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna get some tattoos. Like, can we go through like some of the ideas with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And one of them was getting a shared like Kingdom Hearts key. Like they came in the next week. Actually, we ended up doing it. I was like, "That was my pick."
Yes.
I was like, "Well, you guys met because of Kingdom Hearts. Of course, you need to get that. That's awesome." I'm a matchmaker, is what I'm trying to say.
But so, Stuck has been out for a month, Quarter Life Crisis a few days. You're trying to drop a single a month. Any last things about the music you want to say? Because we are running near out of time.
You were so good. Honestly, yeah, talk too much. The EP will be coming out later this fall. And yeah, about to say, you can find me on Instagram at I_am_Minerva. And Minerva is with no I, so it's MNERVA. And yeah, that's, my TikTok handle is that as well. And you can find me on YouTube by looking all that up and saying, yes, I did mean to look up Minerva with no I. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. That's been the hardest part of this, getting ready for this podcast, is fighting Google and YouTube and all of that good stuff. No, I want it this way.
Exactly. Like straight up, I'm always just like, probably could have had better planning when I did this, but at the same time, I don't regret it. I love my name. I love the logo. I love everything. It's just like, all right, just need to get big enough to the point where the SEO knows it's talking about me. But
yeah, I meant to ask, what is the deal behind the logo design?
Yeah, so essentially, there's this thing called a wisdom knot. So it's a vertical kind of situation. Looks very similar to like a Venn diagram. And yeah, I remember. So Minerva is the Roman goddess of wisdom. And yeah, basically, I was like, I want to take the conventional wisdom of rock and hip hop and take it, turn it on its head. And so when I saw the logo for what a wisdom knot is, I was like, yo, if I literally turn it on its head, that's exactly like what I'm trying to do as an artist. And so yeah, just very much. It's been a part of every single single design I've done, every single all the future album arts I'm doing. I'm trying to have it incorporated, and it's very much something I cannot wait to put on t-shirts.
Nice. And another thing I meant to ask before we go, is there going to be any physical releases, or is it all streaming?
For now, it's definitely going to be all streaming, but I'm definitely approaching a couple of different opportunities right now as far as that goes. I probably, if I did it, it would probably be like a very limited vinyl release. But at the same time, like, I need to see what's in the budget. There's obviously so much stuff that you got to do as far as like, trying to get promotion going and PR. And then between, I'm just hoping to blow up on TikTok already, because then it's like, all right, cool. Built-in fans. So, I'm just, I post every day on that, a different section from a song from my musical. And then, yeah, really try and get Quarter Life off the ground as we speak. I got a couple ideas, and, we'll see if anything breaks.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show, man. It's been fun. It's been real. It's great talking to a geek, and you have not let me down as the first rapper on the show.
And once again, I'm very honored by that, man. Thanks so much, Stirvin. Really, this has been a lot of fun. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, man. And this has been the Confound Millennial, starring Steven Stirvin Michaels and featuring Matt/Minerva.
Feeling the life be trying to drown me. Before I know it, I'ma lose my shit. Robert Downey Jr. It's more than my career, cause I ain't got no money and I'm trying to persevere. And I'm not sure if everyone I love an idea disappear in a year. I keep falling for my fears, getting used to having anxiety, now I live in my head. Overthinking slowly becoming my best friend. I'm a 25 to life, that's a hell of a sentence when you don't ever get to spoil the ending. I've hit a quarter life crisis, I'm indecisive.